What's going on, guys, and welcome to my spoiler review for Halloween Ends. If you haven't seen the film, go check out my non-spoiler review now. But if you have seen the film or you just don't care about spoilers, let's get started talking about the issues with this movie that I really couldn't say in the non-spoiler review. I was very vague about how the film takes such a left turn and it's completely different. And, I get what the filmmakers were trying to do. I really do get it, but it doesn't work. And I'm going to just get into it. The opening scene of the film I actually really liked. Um, we are introduced to Corey. He's babysitting this kid, doesn't like him, starts screwing around with him. He locks him in this attic or whatever he does, and Corey gets all freaked out, starts banging the door, and the parents come home. Door bangs open, the kid flies over the banister, and he dies. So Corey doesn't necessarily kill this kid on purpose, but he does still kill the kid. It's a really messed up situation that he has to deal with. And the whole film revolves around him. He is very much so the main character of this movie. And that doesn't work for me because this whole thing was supposed to be a trilogy. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. And when Halloween came out in 2018 and they said we're going to make two more films, we're going to make this a trilogy. I really don't think they had a plan. Because if they did, I don't feel like they would throw this storyline in out of nowhere. It just didn't. It just didn't sit right because the whole entire film, we see how he's being bullied and treated by the town. These people think that he should have served a longer sentence or whatever. So you could see that he's really starting to be ripped apart internally by these people. He comes in contact with Laurie Strode, saves him on the street, brings him to the hospital, which Allison is now working at. They meet. They start to have a romance. At first, she really likes him. There's things that's off about him, but you want to what? She still goes ahead and gives him a chance because he's dealt with trauma of his own, and maybe she can relate to that. So that part of it, like I didn't really mind that. It didn't go anywhere. The whole film is just it's very slow. The first hour of this movie, nothing really happens. You see Michael Myers maybe a total of less than 10 minutes in the whole film. He is now living in the sewer after Halloween Kills, which he was on such a high at the end of that film, just killing. 31 people he killed in that movie. Uh, he retreats. He retreats and retreats to the sewers, which I'm kind of curious. Was that his plan in the original film? Like in Halloween 1978, after he escaped that night, if he never was caught by the police, would he have just went to the sewers? Not too sure, but that's what he did in this film. He went to the sewers to just rot. I guess I don't really know. He went to just to live there out of the public eye. I don't know. So Corey gets knocked over the bridge by the bullies, and he goes down. He sees the homeless guy, goes into the well, and he's unconscious. What happens? Michael Myers pulls him in, attempts to kill him, and looks into his eyes. And you see the flashes of Corey's dark past that Michael suddenly then stops choking him. Okay, come on. Stops choking him and lets him go. Why does he let him go? Not really sure. Kitty, you gotta get out of here. But God, why does he let him go? Not really sure. Is it because he senses that this guy could be his passing the torch? We don't really know. It's not really explained. But what occurs, what follows that, is just a lot of silly murders, really, where Corey is wearing this chicken mask or the Scarecrow mask from the Halloween party, and Michael Myers is just following him around. I guess I don't really know. Um, to kill the doctor and kill the nurse. So Michael kills the nurse, and he kills the guy in the sewer, and he also kills Corey at the end of the film. So pretty sure Michael Myers only kills 3 people in this whole entire movie. Take that how you will. Um, but Michael follows them out. They do their killing. I guess he goes back into the sewer after that's over. Not really sure why he didn't stay out. It was kind of strange to me because, he has his mask on, he's going out, he's killing, he's getting his power back. But he goes back into the sewer, and Corey goes down, he says, I need your mask. And he has a little fight with him, takes the mask, and he takes the mask, so Michael doesn't have the mask, he's in the sewer. Corey goes up, he's wearing the Michael Myers mask, he's killing the people that have been bullying him, this group of kids or teenagers that he kills with the mask on. And it's all like, okay, I see it, he's getting his revenge on these people. But with Michael Myers, was it really about revenge? I don't think so. Was it really about killing because people have wronged you and you've been falsely committed? You didn't really do this. You didn't murder somebody, but you kicked the door and you caused the murder. Michael Myers didn't go through that. When he was a kid, he kills his sister in cold blood, and that was it. Just pure evil. So Corey, I feel like it was more of a they try to go a little deeper with it, but it doesn't work because it just doesn't go anywhere. By the end of the film, he wants Allison and all this, and he's kind of butting heads with Laurie because she sees in his eyes a darkness. She's the best character in the film. What they did with Laurie Strode, I was totally on board with it. She was great in the movie, and everything with that character really worked. She's writing a book, doing all this. Really enjoyed it. Living in her own place with her granddaughter now, making pies, burning pies, doing all this stuff. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But the end of the film, when she takes the gun, she hears something in the house. So to fool him, because it didn't really make any sense, because he comes upstairs with the Michael Myers mask on. But she doesn't think to question that. She doesn't think to question, oh, the boogeyman, he's been gone for 4 years. Here's his damn mask. Where'd you get this? What's going on here? She just knows it's Corey, I guess, and says, hey, did you really think I was going to kill myself? She calls in the suicide. She shoots the pumpkin, goes in. You really think I'm going to kill myself? Bang, bang, bang. So, you would think she would be questioning, where'd you get the damn mask? What's going on here? Like, really, what have you done? What's going on? Just get answers, but you really don't. So, Allison pulls up, whatever. He says, oh, if I can't have her, then he blows his head off and stabs himself and all this. He's got the knife in him. Jamie Lee pulls the knife out. Allison comes in. She thinks that she killed Corey. So that whole entire Corey storyline, he just commits suicide. He just commits suicide because he can't have Allison. It didn't sit well with me. It was just not written very well. Very underwritten, very underdeveloped. And this character that you're supposed to care so much about, he gets killed. He kills himself, wipes himself out. But he's not dead completely, because Michael comes back to get his mask back at the Strode house, which he was standing outside looking at her. Comes back, and to get his mask. Who's in the house? Laurie Strode. He hears noises. He says, okay, well, we're going to have a brawl. And Laurie says, I'm pretty sure I know who this is. We're going to have a brawl. And they do. And that's the best part of the film. Their fight is brutal. It feels like a street fight. It's raw. And it's innovative, what they do with the garbage disposal. How he almost sticks her hand through it. How she traps him on the table with the refrigerator. I loved it. That was an excellent scene, and it's the best fight that they've ever had on screen. I mean, it is really, really intense, and the score behind it, the sound design, I loved it. I thought it was an excellent scene. And then the rest of the film, as soon as Corey dies, and as soon as Michael kills Corey and puts his mask back on, is when the movie picks up. Because in the end of the day, this is what you buy the ticket for, the last 20 minutes of the movie. That's why you're going to see this film, for the last 20 minutes. So it's almost like the writers said, you know what? We have an ending. We know how we want the story to end with Michael and Laurie fighting, But how are we going to get there? Well, we don't really know. So let's just introduce this other storyline, make it the whole entire movie, try to make it work. We'll kill him off, and then Michael can be in the forefront for the end of it. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel clever, doesn't feel well written, it doesn't feel earned. It feels like a swing and a miss. Something they just said, well, how are we going to do this? Because I don't feel like the trilogy was planned. Like the stories were planned. It's got Star Wars sequel trilogy syndrome. Even though I think Force Awakens is a better film than Halloween 2018, and Halloween Kills is a better film than The Last Jedi, that's a different conversation. But I do think Rise of Skywalker is a better film than Halloween Ends. That's a different debate. But it's very similar in the sense that the stories weren't planned. But it was the same people doing all three of them. That's the thing that really got me. But look, the fight as well. You'll leave feeling like, wow, that was great. They killed him. She slit his wrist, slit his throat, took the body, crushed it in the shredder. Really good. At the end of the film, she still has the mask. The movie ends. And she's talking with Hawkins, maybe they'll get together, maybe they won't. Maybe in those 4 years you thought maybe they would, but they're still just flirting with each other in the grocery store, which I thought was a little weird. But, yeah, I don't know. The movie just was completely unexpected, but in the worst way possible. And I just didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. Like I said in my non-spoiler review, I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. I think it's very mediocre. And the only reason I give it a 2 is because of the stellar fight between Michael and Laurie in the last 20 minutes of the movie. Is what you pay for, and it worked. What you actually pay to go see is really good. I heard somebody give it the reference and compare it to a boxing or whatever, where you get the big final card, but the pre-cards, like the fights, the smaller fights than before aren't that great, but the final fight that everybody paid to go to see is payoff, and it was really good. So that's what it felt like. It just wasn't. I don't know. I can't. I'm ashamed. I really am. But look, can they make another Halloween movie? Absolutely, they can. This could be Halloween Ends, but this could be the ending of the Michael Myers legacy, because it's said numerous times, evil changes shape, and she still has the mask. So in this film, guess what? Maybe they were trying to pass a torch, like, okay, anybody can be Michael Myers at this point. We can't always have Michael Myers movies. But then again, that's what Halloween is. That's what makes Halloween special. It's not just a random slasher. The face of Halloween isn't just the boogeyman and the mask. It's under the mask. It's Michael Myers. That's what makes it special. And I think this film lost that a little bit. So that's my thoughts on Halloween Ends. When I buy it on 4K Blu-ray, I'm going to skip to the last 20 minutes and just watch that great final 20 minutes, and that's it. And then we'll call it a day. Maybe I'll just skip all the Corey stuff because it doesn't work, and I don't care. You're supposed to care, but you don't. You don't. The first hour is extremely slow till stuff starts to happen, but when stuff does start to happen, you might just be sitting there going, I don't like how this is turning out. So that's where we're at, guys. Comment down below what you think about the film. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I got 2 reviews coming next week for the new release films. It's Black Adam and Ticket to Paradise, the new George Clooney, Julia Roberts romantic comedy film, and a bunch of other stuff. We just got a She-Hulk finale spoiler review up on the channel, Andor reviews every week. And come on back for that fun stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And guys, you can follow me on Twitter, RyanKing72, and Instagram and TikTok at KingOfRises131. And guys, that's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my spoiler review for Halloween Ends. And until next time, over and out.